Good morning, children. In English literature today, take out your English book and turn to page number 49. On page number 49, as you know, we have started a new chapter. It's a poem. The name of the poem is I Use My Words. Today I will be explaining you only two verses of the poem. I begin with verse 1 and then I will explain verse number 2 only today. There are 4 verses of the poem. The next 2 verses will be explained in the next literature class. First, I'm going to read the poem. Though it's only half of the poem I'm going to read, only 2 verses. You're going to listen carefully while I read. I Use My Words by Jamie Gerard. Goodness, I am angry. It makes me want to shout and stomp and wear a mean face to let the anger out. Instead, I use my words to say what I'm mad about. Goodness, I am sad today. It makes me want to cry and pout and whine and whimper and sniffle, sob and sigh. Instead, I use my words to tell everybody why. Now, children, I'll be explaining you the first verse. Goodness, this is an expression that the poet Jamie Gerard is using. I'm angry. Now, the poet tells us that he is angry. And when he is angry, it makes me want to shout. He wants to shout when he is angry. And he wants to stomp. Stomp means to walk very noisily and heavily. To stomp his feet on the ground and walk. And wear a mean face. Now, wear does not mean, children, to wear clothes. Okay, the poet uses such words. It has a meaning to what he says when he uses words in the poem. Actually, he means you don't wear a mean face. Wear means he wants to show a very angry face to people to let the anger out. He wants to take out his anger by shouting, by walking heavily, and by showing an angry face. But he does not do that. Instead means he does not shout, he does not stomp, he does not show an angry face. Instead, he uses his words to say what I am mad about. Instead, he tells somebody why he is mad. Mad means angry here. The poet uses the word mad to say that he is angry. Okay, children, so this is verse 1. Now, verse 2, again his expression, goodness, I am sad today. So, one day he was angry, another day he is sad. This is his emotion. This is his feeling. Then another day. It makes me want to cry. Now, when he is sad, he wants to cry and pout and whine and whimper. Pout means push the bottom lip out, to pout when he's going to cry. And whine means to complain. He wants to complain because he's sad. And whimper again here means to make a very low crying sound when somebody is upset. And sniffle again to means sniff while crying. Sob means to cry, and sigh means to give out a deep breath, like, okay. So he wants to do all these when he is sad. Instead, I use my words to tell everybody why. But he doesn't do all this. Instead, he uses his words to tell everybody why he is sad. So, children, in the first verse, the poet shows why he is angry. Okay? He's saying he's angry and he wants to shout, walk heavily, show an angry face because he wants to let his anger out. But he doesn't do that. He uses his words. In the second verse also, he is sad. He wants to cry, pout, and whine and whimper. He wants to sniffle, sob, and sigh. But he does not do all this. Instead, he uses his words to tell everybody why. So this poem is about feelings. The poet is showing his emotions. Okay, children. Now today, there will be no written assignment. You are going to recite the 2 verses of the poem and send your audios in my WhatsApp. So this is your English literature assignment for today.